Pete Davidson is a very unique character, to say the least. He's been getting a lot of attention in the world of acting as of late via his appearances on Saturday Night Live, King of Staten Island, and the upcoming film The Suicide Squad. But what many people remember about him is his relationship with Ariana Grande that went from 0 to 60 in no time flat and almost destroyed both of them when it ended. Now, though, Grande is married to a new man and Davidson is doing his own thing. But how does he feel about this new life of his ex-partner? Allow us to show you how Pete Davidson finally breaks silence on Ariana Grande's marriage. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. 8. The crush that started it. Most people cite a random encounter on Saturday Night Live that started everything in terms of them dating. But the first spark actually happened a while before that. Grande later opened up about meeting Davidson on SNL about 2-3 years ago during an appearance on The Tonight Show. We never exchanged numbers or anything. We weren't even friends for the longest time, but I had the biggest crush in the whole world on him the whole time, like forever. Like my friends used to make fun of me for it. I'm not a crushy person. I don't have like crushes on people I don't know, she continued. But I left Davidson's writing room at SNL and I jokingly said to my tour manager, I was like, I'm marrying him 100%. This was in 2016 on SNL, and it would be a little while before things continued, but when they did, it got everyone talking. 7. The breakup and the rebound. 2018 was very much one of the least favorite years in the life of Ariana Grande, mainly because a lot happened, and not in the good way. Because for the early parts of 2018, Ariana Grande was with her longtime boyfriend and rapper Mac Miller. And up until Coachella 2018, she was very much attached to him, for better or for worse. But then after that event, she went and dumped Mac Miller in a very big way that literally erupted the internet. She alleged that Mac had been very abusive to her in verbal and physical ways, and that the relationship was very toxic, even noting, I respect and adore him endlessly and am grateful to have him in my life in any form, at all times, regardless of how our relationship changes or what the universe holds for each of us. Unconditional love is not selfish. It is wanting the best for that person, even if at that moment it's not you, Grande wrote. I can't wait to know and support you forever, and I'm so proud of you. After that breakup, and a similar breakup with Pete Davidson and his girlfriend, though to be clear, that was just a regular breakup, that Davidson and Grande reconnected via SNL and other means. Grande told Ebro Darden during an August interview on Beats One that she reconnected with Davidson when she was in New York doing album promo, and her manager, Scooter Braun, was going to visit Davidson backstage at SNL. I said, tell him I said hi, and he texted me, yo, it's Pete. And we were inseparable, Grande said. Scooter told me she was somewhat interested in me, she told Howard Stern during a September interview. I thought that he was just full of bleep. The two hung out with mutual friends for a bit, but by the end of that night, they were basically a couple. And that brought a lot of attention in the best and worst of ways. 6. Media backlash to the relationship. The media rightfully gets blasted at times for taking things too far and making guesses about what will happen. But in this case with Davidson and Grande, they were the ones who were trying to warn these two about what would happen if they rushed things. Ariana was still hurting after dumping Mac Miller, of whom she dated for 2 years, and was just latching onto someone who happened to be there, in this case, Pete Davidson. And as for Pete, he was already way over his head in terms of how he felt about Grande, including shopping for wedding rings within 2 weeks of dating her. The day I met her, I was like, hey, I'll marry you tomorrow, he told GQ. She was calling my bluff. I sent her a picture of engagement rings. I was like, do you like any of these? She was like, those are my favorite ones. And I was like, sick. And if that wasn't enough, he went and bought her a custom ring, one that was just for wearing, because he could tell how much she liked the jewelry. As hated as they are, both the media, critics, and even people close to the two warned that this was going too far, too fast. But 5. Fighting back. Grande and Davidson didn't just hold firm in regards to their beliefs. They bit back at those who went after them for the wrong reasons. One fan of Grande's said Davidson shouldn't date her because of his mental illness, which he does have for the record. Davidson wrote a lengthy response to this and was actually heartbreaking that this was needed. Meanwhile, Ariana used her songs to go after the media for saying it wasn't right for her to be rushing her relationship. Listen to The Light Is Coming for an example of this. On a certain level, these two were right to stick up for their relationship, and they could have proven the haters wrong in various ways. But they chose to not do that exactly. 4. The engagement. This was the shock to the system that made everyone wonder what was going on with Ariana, because less than 2 months after dumping Mac Miller, she was engaged to Pete Davidson. Plus, the two were rather coy about it for a while until they revealed the truth on Instagram. The black and white snapshot showed the couple's feet, while Grande apparently sat in Davidson's lap. The pear-shaped diamond on her left ring finger was prominently featured. It seemed like this was going to happen. But then, 3. The death of Mac Miller. By September of 2018, everything screeched to a halt, because just as the couple were really feeling the flow, being a true, almost married couple, the blow came in. In this case, a literal death blow. But not to them, to Ariana's ex, Mac Miller. Miller died in that month via an overdose, and Ariana was devastated. Here was a man she loved, gone by his own hand. It rocked her so hard that it literally jolted her back to reality, and suddenly, she realized the importance of love and dating and marriage. By October, the engagement and their relationship was called off. The whiplash caused a lot of pain on both ends, including Pete going through some mental issues due to being so in love. 2. The engagement reaction. Throughout all of 2019, Grande stayed single, and she did that because she realized that she needed some time away from relationships to go and truly understand them. Fast forward to early 2020, and that's when she met Dalton Gomez, and the two got engaged. A source dished the details to Hollywood Life about how Davidson reacted to the news of Grande and Gomez's next big step in their relationship. He's really happy for her. From what he can tell, Dalton treats Ariana with total respect and like she deserves to be treated, said the insider. Another source told the outlet that Grande and Davidson had an amazing moment together, one filled with so much love. Pete knows that he will be connected to Ariana forever, but he is happy that she's able to move on just as much as he has. He is very happy for her and only wishes her the best, says the grapevine. Fast forward to May 2021, and Grande married Gomez in a private ceremony. And you can bet that Pete had some well wishes to give her when that happened. 1. Moral of the story? There is honestly a lot you can get from the relationship that Grande and Davidson had. This was very much a case of a broken heart trying to find someone to fill it and being literally over the moon when she found someone who made her happy without feeling the pain or mental suffering that comes with a toxic relationship. But it also reminds us that there is an intoxicating nature to love that can make us do dumb things. And though their breakup was basically a slamming of the brakes, it's clear that the two don't harbor any ill will against the other. And that's a good thing to hear, because there's already enough hate in the world to go around. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the former relationship of Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande and how things have moved on from when they were dating? Are you glad both of them seem to be doing well after everything ended with them? Do you think that their feelings of respect and happiness for the other is genuine? Or is there still some pain and regret from before within them? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.